On today's episode of the Hustle Huddle, you're going to get a little bit of advice from two fitness professionals, myself and then Christian, on how to deal with stress management, and then also stick around for our 5-minute fitness tip. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Hustle Huddle. You know, it's Sean Fredericks, and I'm here with my boy,
Christian Roddy.
and my boy,
Jesse Masson.
yes, sir. So let's get into it. Tell me about your week.
Well, what did we do this week?
We did a lot this week.
Lost a bunch of money gambling.
You lost some. Yeah, this nigga lost some money. He lost about $400. He was up too, and I told him like, hey, let's just get him out of here.
Hurry up! And I was like, all right,
Give me another 100.
We ain't going yet, motherfucker.
You a fiend, huh? I lost 100. Give me 100.
It was bad.
I was like, you a fiend, bro. Just leave. I was like, hey, I'm leaving after this. Oh my god.
Low key, I've been thinking about it all week. I was like, I gotta go back.
How addiction starts.
Yeah.
How fucking addiction starts.
Shit.
Next thing you know, he out there at the casino giving his brand new Beamer. He like, just take it, motherfucker. Take it. I gotta win it back. Let's go. Oh my god, fucking fiend over here.
Jesus.
Oh my god, he was a gremlin.
Awful. Should have stopped after the first 200.
Bro,
It was fun though.
it was fun. I was
Yo,
hitting on the roulette table.
I'm fucking stupid, bro. They did not hit any low numbers on that bitch.
I don't know why you kept betting low.
Because I was like,
Dickhead.
it's gotta come around eventually.
Bro, we were playing the table for like 2 hours, and it's been high numbers for a whole 2 hours. This nigga plays low numbers the whole time. And I'm like, you're an idiot. I literally hit off like the same high number like 6 times.
At least, bro.
I literally hit off of like 34, 36, and like 24.
Man,
like
I can't
5
believe
times.
you lost your money. Because you did hit a lot.
Well, I mean, I lost my money because I put 200 on black.
You like a cock.
Well, I was at even with the 200, so I broke even. And
He was down 200 at one point, won it all back.
I was down 300 at one point, and I won it. I was down 200 on blackjack because blackjack just fucked me, and went to roulette, went down another 100, and then came back up, and broke even. Yeah, and then. Technically, I was like, all right, 200 on black. Fuck it. Win big, bet big, win big. Yeah. Lost it. Damn. Well, I was like, well, my goal was to leave not losing more than 200. So I was like, all right. Win-win. Because if I would have left with just breaking even, I would have been like, okay, why the fuck did I come here? And losing $200 would have been like, okay, at least I was actually gambling, because now I'd been like, all right.
Trying to go back?
Yeah, down.
Yes.
Roulette.
Low key. I'm going to see how long this takes Karen to realize that I went to the casino.
You didn't tell her?
No. So this is.
That's why he wants that $400 back.
We gonna know if she listens to the podcast or not, because she better be fucking listening.
So we're gonna wait how long it takes her to be like, wait, you lost what?
I can't wait until like it's a fucking Wednesday and she's like mid listening. She's like, you lost $400. What you mean?
Shit. Can you like beep out the dollar amount?
I lost beep. How much did you lose? No, that's crazy. Fucking gremlin. Oh my god. I literally told my girl, she was like, you came home at like 3 a.m. I was like, yeah, because this fucking menace didn't want to leave because he's
It was a good time.
I'm like, yeah, bro, we should just dip. Give me another 100. I'm like, oh my god. I'm not even playing right now. You're playing by yourself. He's like, I'm gonna win it back. No, you're not, bro. Lost it. Lost it all.
Lost it all.
A fucking idiot. He should have been betting high numbers, but no.
Yeah, I fucked up. Bro, well, it was because we had a couple,
And the dude next to us, bro, that man was pulling in bread. Yeah. There's 2 people on the table because we were playing dollar chips. Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers were playing $5 chips, and they were putting stacks of $5 chips. Yeah. And once they hit, bro, grand. I'm like, god damn. Yeah. I win. I get like a couple $100. Couple $100. Lose it all. $200. Hey, I came back and then I put it all on black and then fucking lost it. So, hey, things of gambling.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You play to lose.
Yeah, you play to lose essentially.
True.
I go in there with the losing mindset. So, if I go in there thinking I'm gonna win, I'm gonna be fucking upset. So that's what I learned.
Yep. Big facts.
Yeah.
Speaking of gambling, with the Lotto that just came out and it was like 1.1 bill. Some dude in Illinois or whatever won,
bro.
I heard he walked away with $700 million.
It was something like it got taxed a lot.
You got taxed at like 45%.
I don't know if it's real or not, but within the first 2 days of him winning it, I thought I read that he got arrested because he
Menace.
but
He don't care no more.
I think I read that. Now this could be totally made up. That he paid to have like $400,000 worth of like manure dumped on his boss's lawn.
Yo.
No way. That's such a gangster move, bro. Oh,
like,
$400,000.
Wow.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine how much manure is that. Because $400,000 worth of manure, that's got to be a fucking shit ton of
Where do you
manure.
Well, it was probably so much plus the delivery. You got these trucks bringing it in, but yeah,
Think
that's
of
so much.
400,000,
Or maybe that's what I don't know. He spent something plus that was the fine. I don't know.
bro. That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
To dump it, you must really hate your boss.
Boss. And he had to have it pre-planned out too, right? Because if he did that within the first couple days,
2 days.
I mean, he probably. I mean, if someone's coming to me with $400K and he's like, "Yo, I just need
I need this done tomorrow."
I need a dumpster. I need a dumpster load of manure. Done. I'm giving it to you within 10 minutes. I'll go find it.
True that.
That's crazy. Nah, that's some shit I'd do if I was a billionaire. There's a reason why I'm not a billionaire. It's because the world would be in flames. Because the first year of me being a 700 millionaire is gonna be just straight menace to society. And then because I'm gonna spend at least 100 mil in the first year of just doing everything that I want to be a gremlin. And then I'm gonna still have another 600 mil to just invest and then just become even richer.
It's true.
And then after I got the gremlin phase out, like I'm just gonna grind it out and be a fucking millionaire for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But that first year, bro, it's gonna be a problem. Just be ready. I'm telling you, just be ready because I'm literally just gonna post like the winning lottery ticket and like the peace sign on my IG and just deactivate my account for a year and just be out. And then motherfuckers gonna be like, what?
Okay, question for you guys. If you were to win $700 million, what is the first thing that you would do?
That's a good question.
Yeah. First thing. Very first thing. With the money, not like call somebody, but with the money.
That's a good question. I know what I would do.
All right, you go first then.
What I would do is, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pay off all my parents and like bills, and I'm gonna buy them cribs, like 2 cribs. My mom's gonna get a crib, and my pops are gonna get a crib.
Yes, sir.
Like that's off rip what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna buy myself a crib. So that's the first 3 things I'm doing, and I'm paying in straight cash. And then after that, that's when the gremlin phase is coming in, and I'm like renting a yacht to go around fucking the world for at least a year.
Yeah.
And then after that, like I'm throwing. So first thing I'm doing is I'm throwing people money in my inner circle. Mm-hmm. So inner circle will get paid because I got paid. So inner circle is going to get paid. So family and then close friends, they're all going to get paid first. And then after that, it's a wrap. I'm a gremlin after that because like the first 100 mil. So 100 mil is probably going to get like just thrown out to family and inner circle. Yeah. Second 100 mil is going to be to me being a gremlin. And then the other was that 500 mil I got. That's all investments and more millionaire stuff. So, but yeah, after that first 100 mil, I'm going on like a yacht and just traveling the world and just doing some crazy shit. So I might just buy an island just to fucking blow it up. I don't know. Just because I can.
Buy an island on your yacht on the way over to it. So you just show up to your island.
I would literally just figure out how, like, what I could do to the point where, like, there's, like, not going to get me in jail, but, like, I might go into jail for, like, maybe, like, a week or 2. And then I'd be able to come back out. But, like, nothing that's going to be, like, a federal charge where I'm going to prison, but, like, jail for a couple days, like, because, like, I don't know, I did something crazy, like drove a BMW into like the ocean because I can.
Oh my God.
But like shit like that is gonna happen.
You ruin it for everybody else.
This is my life, not your life. Y'all can just watch it on And then what? That shit's probably just gonna make me even more famous, and I'm just gonna get money from that. Like that's literally what's probably gonna happen. Like Dan Brazilian, whatever the fuck his name is, he literally does that exact same thing, but he's a complete tool and literally does that.
Facts.
And he's famous for doing shit like that.
Shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be. And that first year, that's what I'm probably gonna be famous for. But after that, I'm just gonna invest and fucking buy property. That's literally all I'm gonna do.
Start freaking buying it up.
Yeah. So.
Imagine all the groups that you unlock, or all the
Oh,
inner
bro,
circles.
that's what I'm excited
crazy.
for, because whenever you become a millionaire, like I'm excited to see what millionaires do, because I know me as a broke person, I'd still be doing some gremlin shit. So I can only imagine what the fuck millionaires do that just have money like to blow and like just don't give a fuck. Yeah, like I can only imagine.
Like
and what kind of circles that you open up, and like how many like networking like opportunities you get, bro. You probably meet so many people just by being a millionaire. Like they probably know that you're a young millionaire as soon as you become a young millionaire. It probably
like added into a list.
a max text gets sent out, and there's like, hey, new millionaire, new young millionaires around, and now you got fucking Drake hitting you up to go and play basketball at his crib.
Jesus.
Yeah, so.
You posed the question, Jesse. Let's hear what you got.
You haven't answered yourself, sir.
Fuck, I'm so basic. No, for sure. I think first thing is buying a crib, like right, fucking smack dab here in San Diego, right on the water somewhere. Yeah. And then I'm definitely paying. I'm paying all my homies, so that I ain't got to hear no shit like they can't golf with me because they got work.
Facts. True. If I'm telling you let's go.
Damn. I might even try to find out how much it costs to buy a golf course.
Honestly, like I want a golf course like Michael Jordan's golf course.
Yeah, how much did he spend on that? Do you remember?
I think it was, but it's something crazy. They all ride the golf like motorcycle bags, and they all have
there's only 100 members.
Oh, bro, I know, and they all get like their food droned into them.
The drone delivers it.
That's crazy. Damn. Michael Jordan's a gangster.
That's out in the middle of nowhere. So I think it was cheaper than I thought it was.
I think it's on his by his crib.
It is. He's in Florida. Yeah.
Did he buy it or did he build it?
He built it.
He built it specifically to his game.
Yeah, because he's a member at a crazy exclusive, like expensive golf course, and he was upset by how slow the other players played or having to wait and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he just got a investor involved and built his own golf course.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and it's like a super exclusive place. And like I said, like there's only 100 members.
Yeah, only certain people get to go to that.
Yeah. Oh, they have on staff at all times. They have somebody who's there to hand roll your cigars for you.
Yes, that's crazy. I forgot about that. Yep. That's wild.
That's amazing.
That's so gangster.
That's
the millionaire shit that you unlock. That's what I'm saying. You get to go play at Michael Jordan's golf course and get your fucking cigar rolled up because now you're a millionaire. That's the shit that gets unlocked.
That's insane.
New achievement.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd be a gremlin. Like, I'd for sure have gremlin moments. Don't get me wrong.
Then you're a gremlin. What do you mean? I'd for sure have gremlin moments, but I don't know if I'd be a gremlin.
It's not like I would seek it out though. It's like something would come up to me. I'm like, well, fuck it. It's not like I gotta be anywhere.
That's what being a gremlin is. What do you mean?
Nah, you'd seek it out. You'd be like, what can I get in trouble with today?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I'm a fucking millionaire now.
Shit.
I wouldn't get in trouble, but it'd be probably like, what can I buy today? I'd literally walk up to people and be like, I want to buy your car today. Just to go fucking drive.
See, that's some dumb shit. I ain't doing that.
I would do it. If you saw a fire ass Jeep like Trackhawk and that's one of your dream cars, you want to just go up to him and be like, "Yo, let me buy your car off you"?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Because are you gonna do you want it long term or do you just want it right now?
Yeah, I want it long term.
I guess then. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he already has this shit. I'm not gonna go buy a brand new one. Fuck that. They're gonna give me the highest APR and all that. No, fuck, I'm getting it right off of you.
APR.
I mean, not APR. Cash. Well, fucking
MSRP.
MSRP. Yeah, I'm gonna get the highest MSRP because now that they know I'm buying cash, now they just bumped it up an extra $30K. Now that's dumb.
But a lot of golf. To my answer, a lot of fucking golf.
This is why he's never gonna be a millionaire.
No,
he got broke nigga mindset.
No, literally the next day, I'm just like, I quit.
Yeah.
I send him like a picture at the golf course, sleeping. No, Um,
Do you hear this? This is the
simple
most
shit.
boring
Simple shit. Nah,
you can do this right now. Everything you're saying right now, you can literally do right now, other than buy a crib.
Nah, I'd probably buy a couple cribs, low key. That's probably nah. Never mind. Because
You wouldn't travel at all.
no, I'd hella travel. But
Why aren't you saying this?
But
then?
I would. That's that. Okay, so that's one of the things is I'd probably take like 6 months of just traveling the world.
Yeah.
Low key too. Like I wouldn't probably not like this motherfucker with a yacht. I'm gonna get a yacht in certain locations. Like when I'm in Greece and I'm in Italy,
He's literally saying the same thing I'm saying.
I'll fuck with a yacht. But other shit will just be like 5-star hotel. I want to try everything the city has to offer.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm gonna live on a yacht the whole time?
I don't put anything past you.
First of all, I meant like travel the world where a yacht can go. Like I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be on a yacht in fucking Japan.
You could.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. That's just weird.
Anything you?
But no, yeah. Spend about 6 months just fucking traveling the world.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, you whole new world. Literally, you're like, I can do a whole new list of things that I never could do fucking before.
So true.
But I think agree with him. Like after that 6 months, then I would start deploying my shit. Because I feel like you would need a challenge. Like now that you're not working, and like after you get through the gremlin phase, you're like, all right, what is going to stimulate me? What's going to challenge me?
See, with my understanding is I feel like that year of traveling is going to open up so much doors where I'm going to get so many opportunities. While on the venture, I'm going to be able to do shit that's going to challenge me. So that's why I think of it like that, where it's like if I'm going to be in Japan, I'm obviously going to probably be hanging out with people that are millionaires in Japan. Like I'm not going to just be chilling with random people. Yeah. And then I don't know, we're going to just start talking and some shit's going to happen, and then maybe an investment opportunity like comes in hand, or I'm in Greece and another investment opportunity comes in hand, like where it's a super nice property and like it's for sale, and I just buy the fucking property right there, and now I can Airbnb that bitch out, like shit like that. But yeah, I think that's just again, those doors get unlocked when you are a millionaire, and again, when I'm traveling, that's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah, 100%. Jesse,
Thinking over here.
Well, hopefully it's not as boring as that.
No, kind of boring.
Yeah.
I'd put the majority of it away and invest, right?
Yeah.
Immediately. Forget about it. Keep 100 million on me.
On you?
On me, right? Strapped, right?
Oh my god.
No. Buy a house. Buy my parents a house. Pay off debt. And then I think, like, I don't know. Like imagine you had like 50 people you knew, you could literally give them all $1 million and change all of their lives.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Like
inner circle.
Inner circle. Yeah. That's crazy. So I would go help out the inner circle, but also probably just go and help out people I don't know. You know?
Yeah, I would do that all the time. But
that's how good that would feel.
I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but I guess sure. I mean, I would for sure do that. Like along the way, like I would literally just drop bread out. Like I'd be like, "Yo, here you go."
Man, tipping waitresses.
Yeah, bro. Like I would literally like buy.
Life.
I would literally buy one of the things that I've told like a lot of people is like, if I did become a millionaire, I would start an organization for single moms that don't have cars. That's cool. And like I would provide single moms with cars that are already paid for and that are already like.
You should just cut out his whole gremlin shit.
No, I'm still
and they'll think he's the greatest human ever.
I'm still being a gremlin, but that's like something that I always like inspired to do is start an organization like that. One that just becomes from like my past and like my mom being like a single mom, and we're like taking the fucking bus in the freezing cold, like bro, terrible. Like we're carrying like pounds of groceries and it's brick outside, bro. Never again. I don't want nobody to go through that. So that's like one of the organizations I would start up, and like that is along the way, but like I don't like. I think I know that, but I just don't like say it out loud because like that's something subconsciously where I'm like I already know I'm doing that. Sure. So yeah, I guess start that too.
Yeah.
And you know how they say money doesn't buy happiness?
Yeah,
true. You know
that's false.
Yeah,
that's false.
Well, I'm gonna need more money until I find out, but
that's false. I'd be very happy.
But in my opinion, I think it does relieve a lot of the stress that I have in my life.
For sure. Money definitely relieves stress, and I think less stress leads to happiness. So, in a sense, money can buy happiness when you are very stressed out. Like financial freedom is definitely going to be something that makes you happy. Getting away from maybe a 9 to 5 when you don't want to work 9 to 5 is going to make you happy. Again, that's less stress you have to worry about. Worrying about other people, like inner circles and like family, like stuff like that. Like if depending on like if you have to worry about like family and people in inner circles, stress that you don't have to worry about. Stuff like that. But I guarantee money brings you stress as well. I wouldn't say it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, potentially. And it doesn't remove all stressors, right?
No, yeah,
it just
for
removes
sure.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
I was
my dog being a gremlin, he's stressing me out. So
hey, you can pay a dog trainer.
I should pay a dog trainer. Damn, true. I don't know. Now I'm thinking it does remove all stress.
But the
Knee pain.
the absence of stress doesn't necessarily equate to happiness.
Yeah, that's true.
I was hearing somebody break it down the other day, and they were at like he was telling a story about how they were at like a growth conference, right? And they were listening to millionaires talk about how they made it or whatever. And there was like a software guy, he sold his company for like, and he just had it like together. He was dialed. And he like just sold his software company for like 50 mil. And the guy was like, I got to get that guy to go to lunch with me or whatever. The person who's telling the story. And so they're at lunch and he's like, yo, like, how do I do what you do? And he's like, well, hold on, Bat. Like asked him like 21 questions right off rip. And he's like, hold on. Like, what do you want? He's like, well, I want, financial freedom. And he's like, okay, what does financial freedom get you? And he's like, well, it lets me buy my time back. He's like, because right now I'm trading my like work, my 9 to 5 for money.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so you want financial freedom to get your time back. So you want time freedom. And he's like, what does time freedom get you? And he's like, it allows me to spend more time with my kids. Yeah. And he's like, okay, well, what does more time with your kids get you? And it's like more authentic relationships and to be there in their life. So he's like, so you want more relationship freedom and not like necessarily financial freedom. And it's like, so what else? So is there anything else in your life other than that that's like stopping you to have these more authentic and lasting relationships? And they go down like this long rabbit hole. But I just thought the way he like pitched it there was like really interesting because we do so much to get like that money to get that end result. But it's like in the pursuit of this, sometimes you lose that. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's true.
It's true.
That's true. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Sean's like, I don't give a fuck, give me the money.
Yeah, no. Like at the end of the day, you could be going down that rabbit hole with me, and I'm gonna tell you at the end of the day, like if I know that it's leading to financial freedom, it's not financial freedom, it's relationship freedom. But at the end of the day, like the financial freedom is gonna get me to that. So like I would have just wrapped it around and be like, so what are you saying? Like, so you're saying I can get the relationship freedom without
there's other ways
having financial freedom?
I feel like his argument would be a lot of the relation. Like, okay, so you get all this time back, right? But do you even know how to start with bettering your relationship or going about that?
And that was a piece of it. And he was kind of leading. He tied it all in, and like the little things that you're missing throughout your day is also going to eventually, all these small successes and you being present in these certain moments will probably eventually make you the person who can get your own financial freedom anyways.
Yeah, I believe that.
True.
So, see, you can buy his software company, though. That's something you can buy.
Oh,
Disney, you can't buy that. But, I think, so, like, what you're saying is some, like, not all stress will lead you to happiness. And I agree with that because I think some stress is something that we do need because I feel like sometimes when I am stressed, I do feel like a little bit better because I accomplished something that made me stress. So that stressfulness and that like whatever like discomfort I was going through led me to being successful. So I think that was like a proceed of like me having like success was that stress. So again, not having stress, but having certain stress is good, I think.
Yes, it's we kind of talk about it with exercise, right? Like exercise is a stress stimulus on the body. It forces you to overcome, adapt, and come back stronger. And as long as it's not
too much
stress that you don't have the ability to overcome or you don't have the ability to recover from, that's where you might have injuries and stuff. But even in life, like the proper amount of stress to where you have to adapt, you have to evaluate yourself, you have to evaluate your position and overcome things. And we talk about it like where you grow is where you're uncomfortable. But there's also other stresses that maybe aren't necessarily some that you could overcome right now or things like that. So
because like you can be in positions like so if someone took it literally and was like, yo, I'm like, oh, I got to be in uncomfortable positions to grow. And then they go and put themselves in like a crazy, like stupid, uncomfortable position. And it's like, okay, well, you know you're not going to be able to grow from that. Like if I go right now and I'm like, you know what, I'm investing all my savings into this, like because I got to get out of my comfort zone and grow. And like that shit's the bed. Now I'm just a fucking dickhead. Well, I'm gonna grow from that experience, but now I'm like, that wasn't the correct way to go about growing. Like you got to understand like where you're at mentally and where you're at financially and like in your life, and then figure out like what your type of like extra stimulant or extra stress is that will help you grow. Not just throw yourself out there to the wolves and be like, yep, okay, I got to grow from this. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So you shouldn't necessarily seek out stress. I wouldn't say that's the healthiest like, relationship.
Don't seek out stress.
When you find yourself in stress, find ways to overcome it and find healthy ways to also manage stress. Some stress, it might be there for a long time, and so you need to figure out ways to handle it.
So what are some of those ways that you handle stress with?
Yo, that's a great question. I actually, a while back, I suffered from chronic migraines, and I might sound like a bitch when I tell the story, but it's when I first started to realize I was having these chronic migraines, I legit thought something was wrong with me. I thought I had like a little mini stroke.
Oh my God. I mean, I suffer from chronic migraines like currently, and I still get migraines, and it damn near is like a fucking mini stroke.
Facts.
Like I literally be feeling like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Like I don't wish them on anybody.
Oh,
like never in my life.
And people who are familiar with them, like you probably know, like you could have an aura.
Yeah. That's how I know when it's
pre-migraine.
Coming. Yeah.
And it's like you could have blurred vision and like your speech is affected.
Speech, blurred vision. Sometimes you get nauseous. Like your touch is like off. Like
yeah, your like fingers can get numb.
Yeah.
You're just like cognitive ability. You kind of feel off.
Your brain literally like shuts down in like certain places to like protect itself.
Yeah, because the aura is happening, and like he's saying, your brain is preparing itself for it thinks it's about to suffer trauma. So it starts like stress mitigating. And so it's like, okay. So he was saying like you can get nauseous. It'll stop sending as much blood flow to your internal organs to like think that it needs to protect itself.
Exactly.
That's
so like,
and it's like, so your digestive system can slow down. Like I've thrown up through migraines and it's not from the pain. It was like just
it's literally from nausea.
So again, I said I was going to sound like a bitch, but migraines, when they're chronic migraines, like bro.
I don't care how big, tough you are, bro. A solid migraine will put you down. Yeah. It doesn't matter who you are. Like you will literally get put down by a migraine.
And I didn't even realize how much. So my point here was like I didn't realize how much stress was in my life when these started happening, and that's kind of why I thought like, damn, I like fucking have a stroke. Because people tell you it's like, oh, it's because you're dehydrated, it's because you're maybe doing this, your nutrition's bad, or you've got crazy workload, and it's not like you wake up one day and then your life suddenly changes to this, right?
Yeah.
It's subtly over time, and you didn't even realize you have all these different stress stimulants in your life. But that happened to me, and then I had like literally when the doctor was. Because I went to the doctor to figure out what was going on. He's like, damn, yeah, it sounds like something happened, but I don't know what it was. He got I was like, who's paying you? What hospital did I come to?
Did I come here?
Yeah, but I was literally at the doctor. They did the EKG, all that stuff.
Literally would have been like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but
something happened.
So he goes and gets a neuro consult, and the neurologist is like, ask me like 3 questions. Oh, those are migraines.
He's got chronic migraines.
I was like, that's it? Like,
I'd have been like, no way.
I legitimately was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Nah, I would have lost my shit.
I can't believe this. And he asked me like 4 times if I was taking anything. And I was like, what? Like drugs? No. He's like, not necessarily drugs, but I know you work at a gym. Like, are you taking anything? I was like, he's like, pre-workout? Like, looked at me, raised his eyebrows.
Pre-workout?
I was like, what?
Stuff for the pump?
I was like, I take creatine and caffeine. I was like, does that do this? Did I not know?
You got it. Nail on the head.
No, but then he's like, no, like steroids. I was like, what? No, motherfucker.
Motherfucker, why didn't you just say that?
Get out my face.
I've been like, why didn't you just say that?
But, yeah.
You a grown man. Just say steroids.
So, but to show how serious it was. But so then I reevaluated kind of what was going on in my life, and I wasn't doing a lot to like manage my stress at the time. My workouts had started to slowly like either not be as effective, or I wasn't on my program. My nutrition, I was not spending as much time making my own meals. I was drinking a lot of caffeine, not maybe enough water. My relationship with people in my life was actually really, really poor at that time. And my work stress, I was, to what I was saying earlier, like I was putting everything into work and then nothing else. And even if the industry, even if my employers, like they weren't putting that stress on me, which there was a good amount at certain times there, but a lot of that was myself. So I had to realign. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that much caffeine. You know, I need to make sure I get my set workouts in. I need to get this type of water intake. And I needed to start mitigating those different types of stress. And to me, one of the biggest ones was working out. The way I think about that is it's another form of stress stimulus that is kind of helping me create a tolerance to fight the other forms of stress. So, and other people think of it as like therapy, which it can be, but for me, it was literally the physiological parts of the exercise that helped me with my stress tolerance.
Yeah, that's good.
What about you? I mean, like,
no, I mean,
you have like your military background, you have work stress and all that other stuff, but.
So, I mean, and what's crazy is again, a lot of people's like stress like limits or like how much stress they can endure is like completely different. Like how much stress I can endure compared to other people's is a lot higher. Like my stress tolerance is a lot higher compared to a lot of people. But like, and that's a good thing and a bad thing, because when my stress level does get like so over like whelming and high, like I like drive on full throttle, but then like I don't realize how much stress I have on me until like kind of after the fact. And I'm like, oh fuck, like I have a shit ton of stress on me. Like recently, like obviously I had like my district manager and my RVP coming through. Like that's like a level of stress where like, okay, like I'm going to be the best version of myself. So I'm always going to like go for 100%. And that just like leads to me putting too much stress on myself. And again, it's like kind of like what you're saying, like you don't get it too much from over top, but like when you get it, it's like tenfold. And like you just put it on yourself even more. And you're just like, well, like shit, like I'm getting stressed from them. And it couldn't even, it's like something that's not going to like change your life, but like you take it that way and you're like, damn, this is a make it or break it. Like that's what it is. When it's not, when it's really not. And again, it's only because again, my stress level is a little bit higher. And again, I'm the type of person that wants to go like 110%. So I'm like, okay, 110%. Like I'm pushing the envelope on this. And then that again leads to like me, like at school, like I still go to school and stuff like that. So stress from school, stress from my workouts, stress from at home, stress from the dog, stress from the like relationships. And it's like after a while, like your cup starts to overfill and like you start to overflow in your cup. And that's when you kind of have to take a step back and be like, damn, like, whew, I need to like relax a little bit. And I need to like kind of just take a woosah and just like get a self-care day and like almost like just reevaluate like certain scenarios, like, and be like, okay, well, like it's not the end of the world if I don't pass this inspection, or it's not the end of the world if I don't get 100%. But it's still like I should give 110, like I should give 100%. I shouldn't just give 130%. Like I can dial it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because like, again, like I don't want to have a fucking like heart attack because I'm over here tripping about a cleaning inspection. Like that shouldn't be the case. Like there should be a good amount of stress on you, but again, you should be able to strive in that. And if you can't, then you need to realize like what your limits are. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people don't know exactly what their stress limits are. Because I hear like some shit where like people are like, damn, aren't you stressed out? And I'm like, bro, this is a fucking normal day for me, bro. Like, relax. This is a Tuesday, bro. This is easy cake. And then it's like some shit where they're like, damn, like, nah, I'd be tripping. And then I hear like some other people stressing and they're like, oh yeah, I got a doctor's appointment today. And then I also got to do like an essay. And I'm like, that's what you stressing about? Bro, nah, bro. Like, and they'll like legit like be shaking and like, be like, bro, I don't know how I'm going to get through the day. And I'm like, nigga, what? Like, it's a doctor's appointment and a paper. And again, that's when you have to like reevaluate and figure out how stressful those situations are, because you can sit back and be like, damn, you're right. Because the doctor appointment is probably going to take me an hour and the paper is going to take me maybe like 3-4 hours at max. I still have another, 20 hours of my day without sleeping. So another 12 hours essentially? Like, that I get for my own self. So then that's when you have to reevaluate yourself and be like, damn, okay, like let's relax. Like it's not as stressful as what we're thinking it is. And that's when you got to dial it back.
Yep.
So I think a lot of people just don't realize how little how much like little things they stress about. Yeah. And I think that could lead to just like overall like stress. So, so yeah.
I like that. And two things came to mind listening to you right there at the end. It was like how many little things they stress about. I maybe even heard this in a movie. I don't know if it was like somebody's actual powerful quote or if it was a dumb quote in a movie, but it was like, don't stress about things, or don't like overwhelm yourself thinking about something that's coming up.
Yeah.
Because all you're going to do is, even if the worst happens, you worry twice.
Yeah.
Because you stress yourself out about it prior to it happening, and then when it happened, the worst outcome still happened. So it's like you've suffered double now because 100%. Of that, rather than just taking it and then if it happened, it happened.
Yeah.
So that was one thing you made me think about. And then a second thing is like for these people who, because people do have different levels of stress that they're able to handle. But at a certain point also, you could work on stress management. Like we were talking about, you can build up stress tolerance. Mm-hmm. And what makes me think about that is, one, like, if this is what's making these people like shake, like what happens when they do hit with something serious? Like they just can't face it. And I always laugh because me and you have had troubles throughout our lives with punctuality, being on time to things.
Yeah, 100%.
And that it's always on the internet, or it always gets brought up, but people who are late have a way higher success rate because they find themselves putting themselves in situations of small stress every day. Yeah. So they're able to handle stressful situations more often. Because imagine you're running late, you got to get somewhere, you got an important meeting, the red light. So because they're getting these micro doses of stress all the time, now they're able to handle larger stress situations more often, so they can adapt and handle it quickly. Yeah,
that's one of those things where like I don't like, you don't realize that until like you're in those situations. You're like, God damn, like I'm pushing the envelope and I'm fucking anxiety just flowing. But I think what great thing you said was like, again, like if you overwhelm yourself with like the future and like the unknown of the future and like what possible outcomes that could happen, like overthink these like crazy possible outcomes, then that's just going to lead to more stress. And I think that's one of the things that's like where it's like a gift and a curse for me. It's because like I don't stress like shit out like that. Like, like I'm more of a, when it happens, and I'll deal with it on that point, because I can deal with like the levels of stress on that point. When there's certain people that have to plan for like 30 days out of like going to like a wedding or going on vacation, they have to plan like 2 months out of like, oh, what am I going to wear? How are we going to go this way? And it's like, they're putting on an extra level of stress every day until leading up to that one moment. And it's like, you're going through that moment and you're like, well, what the fuck was I stressing about? And you're like, yeah, I know. Like, what the fuck were you stressing about? So I think that's one of the biggest things that if there is a takeaway from this is like, understand, like, you don't need to stress about everything. And again, like, yeah, you should stress about like things you do care about, and you should like stress about like stressful moments, but you have to take a step back and be like, are they really stressful though? Yeah. Like, is it really like one of those things where I need to be putting all of my energy and like stress for this moment? Yeah. And I think that's where like what sets me apart from, again, like if I'm gonna go and I know I have something crazy going on, like I have like a business review, like of course I'm gonna stress about it, like because I care.
I was about to say, don't mistake stressing for caring.
Exactly.
Because you could be not stressed and still have a high level of care.
Exactly. I'm not gonna stress myself out, but I definitely care for like having 110% in like a great business acumen. Like I definitely care about that, and I care about how it's perceived. But I know that I can deliver. And I know I'm going to deliver, so I don't get as stressed out. So I'm still stressed, but it's not at a level of 100% stress, because again, I'm going to deliver at 100% because I do care about the scenario. And I know that I'm not going to like fuck it up, because again, I have that work ethic and I have that drive to be successful. So the level of stress isn't weighing too much on me as I think a lot of people that doubt themselves. Yeah. So if they like doubt themselves and overthink the scenario, I think they have a higher level of stress. And I think it comes down to emotional integrity. So a lot of it is like, do you have the emotional integrity to be put in these situations? And a lot of people don't. A lot of people can't handle being like a general manager because they can't handle like the stress that comes from being a general manager, when realistically it's feasible and you can do it, but it's just you don't have that like you don't have the confidence in yourself to be that person.
Yeah.
Essentially. And I think that's what it comes down to. So
For sure. No, I like this. So, I mean, I think this is going to be pretty helpful for people who like grind on a regular basis, who put themselves in these positions of stress.
Yeah.
All right. So I know I talked about a couple of them. So mine was like, I needed my exercise routine. That was one of the biggest things probably for me with my stress levels. Yours was more of a mental thing, like making sure you take a self back and reflect with yourself and being honest with yourself. Like, hey, I didn't like, this doesn't need 200% of me. This could be effective with 100% of me.
yeah.
Any other tips on like managing stress?
I mean, there's several things. There's
cause,
several things you could do to manage stress, and it's like everyone's different. Like some people, stress management could be like cleaning the house. Like that's helps them like de-stress. Like my girl would tell you like she like loves cleaning the house and like it helps with her OCD and like getting like when things are perfect. Like it gives her a level of like decompression.
Yep.
Like which is fine. Go ahead, clean the crib, but don't come at me. But anyways, like
Karen kicks me out. She's like, "Get out of the house.
Exactly.
I'm cleaning. You're
Like,
not in my way."
For example, like de-stressors going to the golf course. I mean, it's gonna put a level of stress on me because I'm tight at the golf course when people throwing clubs on my head. But
One time,
it's still, but it's still a good stress that I do enjoy. So like that's one of those things where it's not like mentally draining, stressful. Getting sleep. I love sleep. I love sleeping in, and like I think that's like one of the things that even when I'm fully stressed out, like I will lose sleep over because like I'm just constantly like mind's boggling and like I just can't like go to sleep. So when I get like a full like 8 hours or full like 9-10 hours and then I'm fully rested, bro, I love that. And then just doing stuff that I enjoy, like whether that's like eating good, going out to eat food or just chilling, watching a movie, like stuff like that is like what decompresses me because it puts me in the moment. So instead of me thinking about what's stressing me out, essentially. So anything that's going to put me in the present moment, it kind of decompresses me. So
I like that.
So yeah. What about you?
Huh?
Well, yeah.
Hey! The TO.
To be honest with you guys, I'm still figuring it out. So like I 100% put myself through more stress than I think I need to. Kind of like you're saying. But something that you said right now was, is it stress or is it you just caring a lot?
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's something that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. That I just care about everything all of the time.
Care about everything.
Yeah, but what calms me down is sitting back and just kind of reevaluating my situation, and I'll almost like trick myself into thinking certain things are the most important thing during that time, and then I come home and I'm still thinking about it, and I get consumed in a way, and that's something I'm working on. But when you're really able to kind of just take that step back and be like why are you like it will be even situations where it's done, like the situation's done, and I'm like, oh, but did I do it right, you know, or what are the repercussions of not doing that correctly or this way? I'm like, it's done, and it's probably nothing's probably going to come of it ever again. So I would say reevaluating and taking some time to just sit down and just be in your own head and sort through your own thing.
Exactly.
It's important.
It's good.
Love that. Yeah.
Again, appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of the Hustle Huddle. Again, hustle is the only controllable pillar of success. So get out there and hustle, and stay tuned for next week. All right?
Tell them where they can goddamn find
They can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, podcasts, whatever thing. I don't know. You can find us damn near everywhere. We're on Twitter.
Anywhere you can find
we're
your
on
podcast.
TikTok now. Bro, come on now. We out there.